If they thought you did them, I'd leave it crooked. All right? Especially in front of my shop. I can put your name in front of the damn field and be like, Mark did this. Yeah. What's up, guys? So in this field, we are gonna bed 400,000 sweet potatoes. This is the start of it. Tractor, tractor.
Hey.
Say hey.
You always say hey.
Say hey. Truck. It's pretty fresh, so there's no clumps in there. Sometimes you gotta beat it up. It's a small application, so we don't use much fertilizer out here. Most of that stuff we'll put out in the drip system when we're fertilizing in the field. This is just a little bit of a push for them. I just can't get it from that angle. How the hell do you expect me to get it from that angle?
Walk around there.
It's in my way, dude. I wasn't sure whether or not we were going to be able to work the dirt today, but because it rained 2 days ago, but it rained about 3/4 of an inch. So come out here, check it out. It was sunny yesterday. It's been nice today. So dirt's ready to go. You can see the top of the ground looks kind of dry down in there. It's got some moisture, obviously, because it rained, but it's not too heavy. So it's pretty much just right to work today, so that hopefully tomorrow or the following day we'll actually start bedding those 400,000 sweet potatoes. Yeah, 5 miles an hour. Yeah. Yep. So we're out here. I've already prepped the field, and currently Mark is slinging fertilizer. And after that, I will go right back and disc it in. Nothing's really too piled up. Just all kind of spread out pretty good. So it does a good job at mixing, spreading it out for us. And then now that we got the GPS, we can make sure it's in line. Used to that stuff, I mean, we always got it pretty close, but not perfect. But now that we got the GPS, it's 39.5 foot each pass. It's perfect. You got any opposition to doing that? Because I could start disking before you finish that. That was a yes. Was that a yes? Okay. Bye. Hey, I got a question. Because it's such. I'll finish this. Give me a little bit of joy. If you don't wash it out real good, it'll sit there. My fertilizer will sit in there and get hard, and it'll be like gunky. And then it'll like pile up to the next batch. That's just a bunch of rocks there. If we didn't clean this out real good, this bad boy would be like rusty if I didn't like wash it off every time after we use it. It's like rust up and stuff. But that's why, I mean, I've had this thing for like 8 years, but it still looks all right because we washed it out. So right now we're gonna go out there with my 125 and my red disc. This is also our international disc, by the way. Just mix in all the fertilizer we just put out. It'll level out the field really good and get it ready for us to start bedding those sweet potatoes. Hey, baby. Hey, what are you doing? Carter's gonna hop on this tractor with us today and ride around. He loves to get on that tractor with his daddy. But right now, I think he really loves to get into them donuts that his mama brought us.
Oh, yeah. Say
Yeah.
donut.
You want a donut? Ready to go? Ready to go on the tractor? Ooh. Ooh. You turn the AC on. So hopefully one day, Carter wants to do this. We might not want to, but we might. Hopefully it'll be here for him. It's pretty cool knowing like, he's sitting on my lap and I have pictures of like me and my dad doing the same thing in a lot different tractor, a lot smaller tractor, but it's pretty cool, and he really enjoys it, so like that's even cool. Just put that fertilizer out, and all I'm going to do come in here is mix it in and level off the ground a little bit. You always got to mix that fertilizer in, or like heavy rain or something will come and wash it out. My wife asked me the other day, she was like, how old were you when you learned how to drive a tractor? And I had to think about it for a little bit. And I was like, I wasn't quite too sure, but my best answer was as soon as I could touch the clutch. I was most definitely probably like 8 or 9 whenever I could touch the clutch, maybe 10. But that's as soon as I started learning how to drive a tractor, once I could reach the pedals. So right now, like my first thing that I'll do is I come around and make 2 passes around the outside of the field. You know, just to make sure I reach all my edges and get them all mixed in good. And I do it that way. I make my first 2 passes, I make them around the outside on purpose, because when I do my straight lines in the field, I don't want to leave the last 2 passes being around the outside, because like washes and stuff will come up. We just, you know, we're kind of hilly terrain and stuff like that, so it just doesn't really work out for us. Some people, like if it's like a really flat field, it looks really nice. Where's that button? It looks really nice when the last thing you do is go around the outside edge of it. But like this hill right here, if you see like behind us, like if I was to make this right here my last pass, you see the outside edges of the disc, like the holes that it leaves, it'll just ride that on down and create a wash if we get some heavy rains and stuff. And, you know, that's not ideal. So that's why we make that the first pass, not the last pass. So like a lot of times, like when she brings him, you know, comes home from daycare and she comes home from work, if I'm on the tractor or whatever, he loves to hop on this tractor with me if he gets the chance. So it always is nice when it works out that way for him to be able to ride it, at least for a little bit. I know when he gets older, it'll probably be for longer, you know, each time. Get that right. The other day he was riding it with me and fell asleep. Yeah, this is definitely like my happy place. Like if I was like mad and stressed out and stuff, like if I can get on the tractor and start working some dirt, like I always feel better when I can get on here. What do you think? Huh? What do you think? Look all right? So today we're gonna load up my tater hopper and we'll bring it out here to the field. We'll start dropping them out. On the back we got a little conveyor belt and we'll drop it. Kind of makes my row for me. Mark stands on the back. We have a little speed we can adjust the belt. I set my speed on the tractor, we take off. He watches it, makes sure that it's not too many sweet potatoes falling out or not enough. And once we get to our groove, we'll just be rolling, knocking rows out. And that's what we're gonna do.
Allá la línea está bien así o lo vamos a ir recorriendo de donde tú lo vas dejando.
Donde yo tengo está bien. La línea voy a hacer aquí. Yo voy a poner la manguera ahí. Si aquí tú puedes poner derecho. So what we're doing right now, after I drop these sweet potatoes out, so a lot of times, you know, they'll be kind of piled up. It just depends on how we're dropping them out. But like, we don't really want too many on top of each other, so they'll just move them into the open spaces. And then they're getting out any ones that are bad. That's a rotten sweet potato, so we just don't want those in the beds. Anything with like any kind of disease on it or anything like that, if it has like a skin disease or anything, we'll take that out because we don't want to, you know, reproduce that. So yeah, we're just making sure that they're clean. So any bad ones are coming out of here, and any ones, especially here on the outsides, we're just throwing them back into the empty spaces, because when I come right here and I cover them up, that'll hit my knives. It'll hit the outside of the bed. These won't serve their purpose if they're outside of this line, so we got to get them back in there. So yeah, that's all we're doing, just cleaning them up, getting them ready for me to cover them up. Are you kidding? God, I'm about to say I wasn't gonna walk by that Dodge. I was just sitting there halfway complimenting, just saying no. Want his damn hoodie. About to sling out here. They've already caught up to me, so I got to drop some more rows out for them. I've already got a few spaces leveled off first, and now we're just gonna drop out some taters right quick. My dad used to plow all his tobacco with this bad boy. I actually got a picture of me, little baby, sitting on his lap when he was actually bedding sweet potatoes. Listo, ¿verdad? Estos dos. So what we do with the wheel is I got a little bit of water in there for weight. Not too much to damage the sweet potatoes, but all the idea is to just kind of push them in the ground a little bit so that it's good and level across the surface. So that when we cover them, they all sprout up, they're all on a level playing field. Because if you cover them up too much, then they won't sprout. So you don't want them uneven. You want them just level. So that's the idea. It's just basically just coming across, leveling them off. I think this thing's gonna let me back up. You don't think so? Huh? So right here, got to level off, always level off in front of my next row so that it's really good and flat. Because if you have any dips or anything when you go to cover the sweet potatoes up, some of them will be too deep and then they won't sprout. So I always take this thing right here, I level everything off so that it's nice and flat. Let me get right. It's crooked. All right, that'll be good. This is why I talk about it's harder at this end. Hey guys, thanks for joining today. Trying a little bit of new stuff with the videos, and a little bit more long form, show you guys a little bit more in depth about what's going on the farm. Yeah, just thank you. Hope you hop in the comments, let me know what you thought, and give us a like. By the way, Team Red.